Sentenced to death for Facebook posts. Tunisia was shaken by an unprecedented court ruling on Friday. A 56-year-old man has been sentenced to death over posts on a Facebook account used to criticize Tunisian President Kais Saied. The Tunisian regime has severely restricted freedom of speech and other democratic rights, as Saied tightened his grip on power in recent years. A sentence as drastic as this has, however, never before been handed to any critics of the regime. It has sparked an outcry in the country and has left the accused man's lawyer incredulous, according to his own words on Friday. Death sentences have been occasionally handed down in Tunisia, but none have been carried out for decades, according to news agency Reuters.
It's being reported that Tunisia's president Said's racist comments are backfiring on his country. Tunisia has debt worth 89% of GDP, rampant inflation, a continuous drop in currency value, and high unemployment rates, particularly among the youth. And the social despair is crazy. So many people are speculating that the reason in the first place the Tunisian president started attacking Black Africans is because to try and divert the blame that is being pushed towards him after he dissolved the parliament.
President Kais Saied acted quickly after more than half Tunisia's parliament tried to conduct an online session in defiance of him. He immediately dissolved parliament, saying the session was a failed coup and a conspiracy against state security.
And people generally are not happy with his leadership, so he's trying to spin this narrative that, look at the Africans, it's the Africans that are doing that, and just forget about me and my incompetence. That's what he was trying to avoid. He didn't want to be blamed for the things that he was not able to do for his people, for the misery that his leadership has caused, and basically failing his people. So he's trying to turn his people to turn against the sub-Saharan Africans that are traveling there, that are working there, that are in school there. Instead of taking accountability, he'd rather see their house getting burned and see them being insulted day in and day out and profiled. So we're not mad to see this backfire on him.
We are a few kilometers from Sfax, in Tunisia's largest migrant camp. Driven out by authorities across the country, 20,000 people from sub-Saharan Africa found refuge here, away from the cities. For 2 years, Tunisian President Kais Saied has led a racist policy based on the Great Replacement conspiracy theory.
لن نسمح بأن يتم تغيير التركيبة الديموغرافية وأعي جيدا ما أقول.
This didn't stop the European Commission from signing an agreement with Tunisia to control the maritime border and prevent migrant boats from reaching Europe.
And we agreed that we will cooperate on border management, anti-smuggling, return and addressing root causes in full respect of the international law. For this, we will make available more than 100 million euros of EU funding.
Since then, Tunisian authorities' violence against migrants has skyrocketed. The police attack those at sea and even sink their boats. Several NGOs have accused Tunisia of abandoning arrested migrants in the middle of the desert. Since the agreements with the European Union, arrivals from Tunisia have fallen by 80%. But at what cost? We decided to conduct an investigation. As it is impossible to investigate as journalists, we posed as tourists. In the camp, humanitarian aid is simply forbidden. Diseases such as typhus and cholera wreak havoc. Our first contact was Ibrahim, the medical student. Alongside a few others, he's managed to build 2 hospitals. thanks to an online fundraiser from a Sudanese refugee now living in Italy.
Rest. Wait! They wait for begging. I think he was followed or pursued by the police, so he definitely fell and got his injury. And it's past 2 weeks now.
Après?
Yeah, 2, 3. Après.
Ibrahim keeps images of the most serious cases on his phone.
It's a lady, the police. That's when they come, they want to break the place. They use bullets on her. I'm the one that just removed it the other day because I made the bullet inside her skin. I removed the bullet.
Violence to make life untenable for migrants in Tunisia. Crossing the Mediterranean was our investigation's starting point. Like everyone here, Ibrahim thinks of one thing: escaping. And there's only one option: the sea.
My friends, what I'm about to show you will shatter everything you thought you knew about the world we live in. Right now, as you sit there listening to my voice, there are nearly 1 billion people on this planet actively practicing witchcraft. That's not a typo. 1 billion human beings are currently engaged in casting spells, performing curses, and invoking demonic powers to manipulate their circumstances and destroy their enemies. This isn't ancient history or folklore. This is happening right now, today, in 2025. While you've been distracted by politics, entertainment, and social media, an invisible army of practicing witches has been quietly taking control of entire nations. They're not hiding in caves or remote villages anymore. They're in government buildings, military headquarters, and corporate boardrooms. The research data is undeniable and terrifying. Global studies conducted between 2008 and 2024 have documented that nearly half the world's population actively believes in and practices supernatural manipulation. But here's what will shock you even more. Some nations have practice rates exceeding 90%. Think about that for a moment. There are countries where virtually every person you meet on the street is an active practitioner of witchcraft. Countries with nuclear weapons. Countries that control global trade routes. Countries where your tax dollars flow as foreign aid. The mainstream media won't tell you this because they've been blinded by the spirit of this age. Your government won't warn you because many officials are consulting these same practitioners. Even some churches won't address this because they've lost the ability to discern spiritual realities. The nations I'm about to expose aren't just tourist destinations or business opportunities. They are spiritual territories under active demonic control where millions of people wake up every day with one purpose: to practice supernatural manipulation against anyone who threatens their power. This is your wake-up call. This is your warning. This is your invitation to walk in spiritual authority like never before. Number 1. Tunisia. This North African nation leads the world in active witchcraft practice. Over 90% of Tunisians actively practice spells, curses, and supernatural manipulation, according to the 2022 PEW Research study. In November 2020, Tunisian authorities launched a viral campaign to extract black magic items from cemeteries across the nation. They discovered personal photographs with symbols and words designed to cause death, sickness, and divorce buried in graveyards. The most common witchcraft practice in Tunisia is soil magic, placing spells in cemeteries and fields. Practitioners use victims' hair, fingernails, pieces of clothing, and voodoo dolls to perform rituals with demonic forces. In June 2023, a Christian was accused of witchcraft and physically assaulted by intruders in his home in Tunis. The authorities had not charged anyone with the assault by year's end, showing how normalized these practices have become. A 2023 ethnographic study, published in the Journal of Al-Qura University, documented active practitioners throughout Tunisian society who perform curses using blood covenants, ancestral spirit communication, and demonic invocation. The study confirmed that Tunisian witchcraft operates through 4 primary methods: air magic, spells cast through the atmosphere; water magic, curses thrown into rivers and seas; fire magic, rituals performed in flames; and soil magic, the most popular method. 25% of Tunisians wear protective talismans according to Pew Research, indicating widespread participation in supernatural practices. The country's witchcraft infrastructure has been embedded for centuries, dating back to ancient Carthaginian child sacrifice rituals. When you travel to Tunisia, you enter a nation where 9 out of 10 people actively engage in supernatural manipulation. This creates a spiritual climate so concentrated with demonic activity that sensitive believers report feeling oppression upon arrival.